Our world works a certain way. Farmed foods fill our bellies, houses shelter us, vehicles move goods and people. We cluster in cities and villages. Jobs enrich or exploit. Businesses, large and small, keep us afloat. In many ways, our fortunes depend on perfect strangers. Governments regulate, protect, tax, oppress. Money and property entice, support, and divide us. Schools teach and discipline. Our lives are governed by the written word, whether or not we understand it. Norms and ethics bear the stamp of ancient creeds. Blending seamlessly into each other, these customs and creations envelop our bodies and populate our minds. We are their captives, wholly immersed in the world they have made. We take them for granted because there is no longer a plausible alternative, no real escape. And this has become true across the globe. However much humanity is divided by abundance and scarcity, by novelty and tradition, the same organizing principles assert themselves, and the ways in which they are bundled together are recognizably the same. They may feel different to rich and poor, familiar, inclusive and comforting to some, unwelcoming, unfair and threatening to others. But nobody stands apart. They define the lives even of those at the margins. This condition is not simply the product of modernity or colonialism or capitalism or globalization, or whichever relatively recent forces we may be inclined to credit or blame. All of these have fashioned new styles and flavors and boosted intensity and scale. But the underlying archetypes are older by far. Even as their contemporary incarnations blind us with their modish sheen, they hold us hostage to a distant past. Then again, the world has not always been like that. Before the end of our last ice age, our ancestors, hunters and gatherers all, were unencumbered by most of these customs and creations, and accordingly led very different lives. And even as more and more of these features appeared, many people were just barely touched by them, or none at all. Nonetheless, over the last 12,000 years, and especially in the last several thousand, life ways around the globe have shifted more and more in the same direction. In the process, human existence has profoundly changed, both in minute details and in its overall contours. Our expectations and experiences, our mindsets and conventions.